Mic check, mic check. Yo, what's up? All right, all right. So, yeah. Woo. Give me a second. All right, let's make some adjustments here. All right, so fact of the matter is that Panquake. All right, sounds like a great thing, right? Actually, I'll see if I can share some of the stuff on my screen. So let's go to that. Okay, so here you can see that we have Panquake over here, and you can see that almost 1,000. They have 62 videos. That's quite a decent number. Susie Dawson. Okay. So we'll see that when we take a look at this Panquake situation, right? There's certain people that are in the clique. Now, Kiriakou seems legit guy, you know what I mean? But definitely around this clique, you're gonna see Lee Camp. You're gonna see Ron Placone. They're always hanging out together. Alanis Garcia, you know what I mean? Basically, Graham Elwood. This is the Jimmy Dore clique. Nick Braun is over here. I mean, this is basically the Nick Braun clique over here. And Jimmy Dore's on here again, yeah. This is basically the Jimmy Dore clique. Mm-hmm. And what you won't see, right, what they're supposedly trying to help is, right, why Chris Hedges wants to support Panquake.com. What about actual grassroots activists like myself? Mm. A lot of these cushy celebrity types. Now let's take a look at some of what Panquake is, right? Because the idea is that it's just another social network to help
fully functioning.
show,
You
right?
could do it, and
I want to see who's involved with this. Yeah. So here they have the look and the feel of the show of the
what
site.
it actually.
Multinational structure. Okay. I mean, they have that Syrian girl. They have that Chinese looking lady. I don't know. Panquake build. Okay, that's a nice operation. The support teams board campaign complete. Okay. So when we take a look at their actual site right here, it's not bad. Right? It's not bad. Just so you know, I also have a similar product up myself right now. You can see that I actually have something called the a similar type of a social media network system, right? Where people can join. So people can join different people can make comments, stuff like that. This is more like a Facebook thing. And then I also have a message board over here. Yeah. It really wasn't that hard to create, right? This thing that she has over here, right? There's a lot of I'm actually able to make several of these myself. So you can see that using tools that are out there. I'm sure she's using tools that already exist. There's a lot of gassing up about the extra value that such a network is going to really bring to you. But how much money, right? My stuff is free, and it's also independently owned, and also I'm a real grassroots activist talking to many cans out here. But you can see the Panquake situation is really a closed loop. Now you could see that I'm not the only person talking about this, right? You could also see once again this guy, and I'm interested to see what he has to say about the Panquake situation, because he's actually a little bit deeper in it. There's another guy named Propaganda who was actually removed for working on the Panquake. He was revealing some weird stuff about it. I don't know if they ever talked about it, but let's take a look at what they have to say.
Greetings, I'm Dak Rulo.
I'm Christy Doff.
And this is the Overwritten Report. In tonight's episode, we will consider some of the reasons why we should say to hell with Panquake, which is supposedly a social media app, but right now it's just an idea. An idea on which many gullible people are wasting quite a bit of their money. Mm-hmm. So, Christy, you unfortunately have a bit of a history with Susie Dawson, the person behind Panquake. Why don't you let the audience know what Susie Dawson is and what she's about?
Yeah, I guess I would describe her as sort of this internet personality that's moved from campaign to campaign, kind of writing on Julian Assange's and Edward Snowden's coattails, soliciting donations from, people who just want to support journalists and press freedom. all the while, explaining that New Zealand government and multiple governments around the world are after her and trying to murder her. So, yeah.
Yeah, so it seems that what she's doing is she claims that the New Zealand government or some unknown Western intelligence agency has been attempting to assassinate her, but failing for the last several years.
Right.
Kind of like Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah,
And
they must not be very good at their jobs.
no, and they have been trying to kill her because she has been commentating on Julian Assange and Edward Snowden, just like hundreds, if not thousands, of other people.
Mhm.
Okay, so the thing is that I used to hang around with people because the thing is that me and Dak, this guy named Frank Analysis, and some other people out there, Jeff used to be part of this. We used to be part of this thing called Power Anthem Network. Pan, funny, right? Yeah, that name Pan came from again. Power Anthem Network. And the thing is that, Izzy, aka Big Talk, Little Talk, he deleted all this stuff. I'll show you who he is. He's actually a producer or editor for Kim Iverson, which is interesting, right? It's a small world, right? I'm giving you a backdoor peek at what's going on here. People, right, don't really... Let me take a look at Big Talk, Little Talk. Oh, snap. 2 years ago, okay. And otherwise, he's really kind of like deleted all the rest of the stuff. He had a whole entire channel, hundreds of videos, high quality editing, right? Vote no evil. All right. Okay, yeah, BTLT, that was Big Talk, Little Talk. That's this guy. It's pretty cool. I like the guy, yeah. Anyways, he got some weird stuff anyways, yeah. Anyways, he basically erased himself from the internet. Oh, they still exist? I was looking for this channel. Okay, I thought he had stopped making material. I tried to look. Now it's called Lone Wolf Ace, because before I was looking for Lone Wolf Podcast. I was looking for you, buddy. Yeah? I actually turned my back on him after... The thing is that Jimmy Dore's Cruise came in and he wiped out the competition. That's what happened to us. I wonder if he has some more of the videos of him in the past. He may even have Izzy over here, Big Talk, Big Talk. So the thing is that we do go back, and I have history with these guys. So it's not like, oh, there's Frank Analysis, right? Yeah. Okay. We see also that he brought in the, Jackson Hinkle, yeah, because he was around for, right, and he also has the MPP volunteer, Joe Charest, because he was around that, right, when I actually started the hold Nick Braun accountable, which is the reason for my blacking out. They blacklisted me, and there's other people also, such as Dak, who has made them unhappy for disturbing some weird sex shit going on, and that whole story is definitely. Oh, here he is. Yeah, Big Talk, Little Talk on with I see. You can see that it's pretty small right there. Big Talk, Little Talk. So yeah, there actually has been. I have to go back and find this, but you can see that Kim Iverson does shout out Izzy a couple times here and there. So she should know what's going on behind the background, right? Because I'm sure Izzy's telling her. She's got to wonder, but she decides to be friends with Jackson Hinkle. It's pretty foul, but Izzy, maybe you watch this, maybe you not, right? It's funny. Anyways, I should go watch the chat. I'm sure not. I probably have to explain all of this. So let me do that fucking story time. All right. So this is my boy Izzy over here, and actually I found him when I was Oh, funny thing, I didn't even plan it like this, but you can see my hat right here. It says Tulsi Gabbard, president. Now, I've been having my own struggle there. I am talking to the community still. I do stay in contact with many of these communities, but me and the Tulsi community right now is not really, well, me and the Tulsi community I think is straight, right? But I think me and Tulsi really kind of, she's really, my dream was that Tulsi would be, revealing, how the sausage is made over at Capitol Hill, revealing behind the scenes, like this senator is really into that, or this House of Representatives person is really, secretly wants this bill passed, and we could apply pressure in this direction to get, to help end regime change wars, uh, stuff like that, stuff that maybe she could do on the Hill. You know? But instead, she was focusing on, we're not going to agree on the priorities for everything, so it's okay, but still, as we're sort of fighting against those regime change wars, which seems to be going on in Ukraine right now, it seems relevant. Yeah, it seems relevant. Anyways, so the thing is that we were all part of this group called Power Anthem Network, where we would get together Friday nights, and we'd live stream. We did this for like a year, so I got to know these guys, yeah, and also this guy named Dak was part of it, and this guy named Propaganda. What's it, Propaganda? Yeah, I don't know if he's still making stuff. He's probably highly suppressed. Anyways, yeah, so the thing is, he also worked for Susie Dawson with his Panquake thing. And let's take the Panquake thing. So the idea of Panquake is supposed to be some new social networking site that's going to have like less censorship and going to somehow protect your privacy somehow. How is that really, right? They're going to talk about a lot of fancy back-end
Hey
stuff,
everyone.
having servers in different countries and stuff. Your donations, yeah, a lot of people talk about this being a trap. Your account data is data on your device, not on. So then, if that's true, right, then spoofing could definitely occur. That's where people are faking their identities to want Panquake. So, right, because if you don't have to really, if your information not stored on their end, then how are you going to verify? So it's like some Web 3.0 stuff, right? Some NFT crypto stuff, which has some validity. But once again, we can see that their whole clique is this small, controlled set of people, this aristocracy. I swear to you, right? Jimmy Dore, Susie Dawson. Who else shows up? He shows up too. Ron Placone's always showing up to eat at that table, and so was Savvy Sabs came to eat at the table, right? Yeah. Shahid and Marianne Williamson. It's the same MPP crew again. Yeah. MPP Advisory Council, which I have to go in now referencing my old former videos, because the MPP Council really is the supporters of really this guy Lee Camp, and they're part of this media machine. You can't escape it, right? You have this weird sex thing going on with pretty people that get pushed real hard with real qualifications or achievements, and you can see that they do not let other right. Graham Elwood wants to support Panquake. That's great, Graham. Are you like some kind of technical expert? It's just like the same thing people say Bill Gates. I don't want Bill Gates like determining my medical care. Who is this ex-NSA technical director, Bill Binney? I mean, okay, is that maybe it's good, maybe it's bad, right? Honestly, these people are really prone to selling out. They're going to talk about more about what the algorithm says, and honestly, they may be the ones who are pushed. Could be, and the ones who are super successful. Maybe some of it makes sense, but maybe some of it is also being maintained through problematic methodologies. And also, once again, why doesn't Jimmy Dore have black friends in real life, right? Project X. Where are... Once again, right? Susie Dawson, we have Chris Hedges, he's part of their clique. Graham Elwood, Jimmy Dore, Lee Camp, all part of the same clique. Bill Belloni and Peter Lavelle, not really sure about how they're coming into this, but they are really they're using their media and political connections to keep it in the family and to squash other activists, make sure that nothing they cover gets supported. Now, I still support the Assange stuff, but this group over here collects all the money, does not trickle down anything, and I'm asking, besides doing their own little shows with their own little closed-door stuff, to once again capture money. My thing is free. Okay, they've been collecting so much money. They've been milking that audience. I'm not mad at that. I mean, If they can flush donations, go ahead. But what they're doing is they're deliberately tanking like other free programs like this, right? Because they don't want you to know about these alternatives. They're not really any better. So
And so she begs her audience to throw lots of money at her in order to protect her in her quest against tyranny. And her latest swindle is Panquake, which is supposed to be a social media app that will be an alternative to Twitter.
okay,
And
so once again, right? The thing is that when I was hanging out with the Big Talk, Little Talks, Christy would come on very, very rarely. It was kind of more like a boys thing. I don't know. Yeah, maybe she was going through, right, the weird stuff that was going on with the Assange crew over there. I could get into that stuff. It's a little icky. I don't want to. It was some weird stuff. Yeah. I don't want to get talk about the person's business. Uh, but the thing is that a lot of the crew was ready to throw Dak away. But I asked those people, right? Christie was always very respected. So the thing is that, right, if Dak's bad or government agent, whatever you guys want to call him, right, really, who's the one making it? Who's the one taking care of? Who's the one getting treated with kid gloves? Who's the one able to control the narrative? Who's the one with millions of dollars? Yeah, right? Well, whatever. If y'all don't like Dak, right? I know sometimes Dak can be a little out there, you know what I mean? Everybody, nobody's perfect, right? But you're also cutting down Christie, right? Are they both wrong? Anyways, yeah, maybe she's just an airhead, maybe she's just following everything he says. Maybe not, right? She's actually, I find myself personally, we're about to see, you could decide for yourself. I think she's an intelligent critic. There's more critics of Panquake that I could bring on. I might bring on, maybe they're cool coming on, maybe they're not. I could point you to some other ones, yeah? One with him taking propaganda. I don't know.
and how much money has she been asking people to throw at this?
Close to 200,000, I believe.
Yeah, and so far we've seen nothing of it. There's no prototype, there's no demo, there's no
I got one now. Mine's active. Mine's is ready to go. You know what I mean? I'm not charging anybody anything.
indication that any time or energy has actually been spent towards developing this project at all. Yet for some reason she needs close to $200,000 in order to get it off the ground.
Yeah.
Well, I saw something there. You know, I saw some little shots, but honestly, this is from doing it myself. I could walk you guys how to do this actually. Maybe I will. Yeah, maybe I'll show you a stream about how to actually create exactly what they created. It's really not that hard. There's something called open source, which is really created there. I'm not doubting it. It's something, right? But it really, they got a lot of big stars to tell you why it's worth so much more than the other people's stuff. That's the hype. That's the marketing hype. Yeah, I got one too. It's free. Right? Do I get donations? No. Anyways, they're allowed to market stuff like this.
And so he calls himself an activist, but he spends all of his free time on Twitter. And he sent multiple death threats against me, for which Twitter had to suspend his account on multiple occasions. She's now accusing him of infiltrating Panquake and trying to destroy it from within. And we don't have any sympathy for Mr. Johansson, obviously, but it just does raise the question, how many people does she have to slander and defame in order to cover her own, not just her incompetence, but also just her lack of general appeal? I mean, it's suggestive that perhaps she's not quite as popular as she wants people to think.
Right. It is a continual scapegoat, and it seems to be, how she moves from campaign to campaign to campaign. One starts and stops, and it's always because of X, Y, or Z is an infiltrator, and this happened, and so now it's time to regroup and move over here. And this came with a lot of accusations that people were leaving behind the scenes, and the celebrity endorsements were not so plentiful anymore.
Yeah, we do have to talk about the celebrity endorsements. She dusted off her keyboard and returned to YouTube for the first time in almost a year to release a series of celebrity testimonials, where people like Chris Hedges and Lee Camp and Jimmy Dore told people that they should donate money to.
I didn't even watch this. Yo, it's for real. But there's multiple people saying this shit. Yeah, for real. That's how they operate. Watch this. You cannot miss this pattern. Yeah, it's fucking obvious.
Panquake. The problem is that first of all, celebrity endorsements are just inherently ridiculous.
Yeah.
But in the case of these guys, it really just raises questions about why are they getting involved with something like this. It raises questions about the integrity of everyone who's involved with the project. The integrity doesn't go up just because Chris Hedges tells me to support the product.
No, and that this product is sort of being, again, on the coattails of Julian Assange, is like,
Yeah.
we are realizing Julian's dream of a social victimhood that is, the
Hey, okay, that's interesting. It's interesting that I should come up high, right? Maybe because I'm sub to him. I think it'll be hard to find. What about Tulsi, right? I mean, what about Jimmy Dore? I guess Jimmy Dore's pumping it, right? But what about, like, she has intelligence information, you would think, right? Why has she never joined Rockfin or Panquake or any of these other things if they're really helpful, right, to herself, if they're really independent? What about other people like Bernie or something like that, right? Why wouldn't they join if this was really legit, right? They have access to a lot. Maybe they're sold out. That's also possible. Anything's possible, right? Maybe these people are sellouts too. Maybe they're just no good. Who knows, right? Maybe they're scared to take him on. Maybe they are. Nico House is in their still crew. He also likes to mess around with the show business type of stuff. Ron Placone again, yeah. It's the same skits. We're gonna have to see how the Syrian girl becomes related because I did see that, right? Yeah. And it's also tied to this guy, this other Syrian guy. It's a Flame of Liberation. Yeah. Something like that. Ex-NSA guy. I mean, that could be good, could be bad, right? Could be both. Who knows? Don't trust them. Yale Privacy Lab founder. Yeah, well, you don't have to, right? It's easy. We're using your following, right? Yeah. You invite someone on, use that clout to get you access. And then it seems like this guy is all for it. Was he, let's see, okay. Respected privacy, okay. But just having an option, or is this actually like somehow the way it's built? Right? What
experience in this area. So I hope when we start building on those things, we get community feedback, we get the geeks who are really interested in digging into this stuff, and we love to listen to that feedback. So
yeah, that's really, I really like the transparency aspect of this. And how did you, I mean, has anything sort of happened to you on a personal level that made you want to get more involved with something like this?
Oh, geez. Well, I get upset when I hear your story. I didn't realize that the demonetization was so bad in your channel. And obviously it's happening everywhere. I should not be surprised. But of course, I've been looking at this social problem, the social dilemma for a long time. I got into social media very early. My university was one of the first ones to have Facebook. And of course, we were all on MySpace and et cetera before that. If you recall, which I'm sure you do, there were tons of different social just by a technological approach, right? Had to be solved by governance models and
What's going on? It's frozen. Wow. People just throwing money on it.
what's happening at YouTube is they use the advertisers as a like, oh, it's harm. I mean, I was demonetized for harmful content, right?
Right.
Oh, it's bad for our advertisers. Well, what does that mean? They gave me nothing.
Okay, so he's really concerned about monetization.
Thankfully, I'm simulcasting this live stream at Rockfin, and I put all my videos up.
Rockfin is not permitting. Once again, you look at Rockfin, right? It's the same. It's a closed circle. They don't really like if you're not really willing to rock the same stuff as them. I'm telling you right now, with Jackson Hinkle, Jimmy Dore, Nico House, Combo Couch is there. It's the same group. Yeah. You got Frank Analysis. You got Savvy Sabs, I'm sure is there. Mac Blumenthal, yeah. They're all the same people, yeah. I'm surprised they still let her on there. Maybe they already had her on. Yeah, yeah. It's crypto scam stuff. Why can't they just pay in the normal cash? Anyways, big right. I would just recommend. They're still figuring out the regulation of it, right? But either way, your money definitely went to this guy. He's holding on to the money, and then you're taking the gamble. Yeah, that's really what it is. Anyways, so is he actually working on this, or is he just like looking into it? Yeah, remember that's how a lot of these MPP advisory council board got sucked in. These people
Vinny
have
is
a lot of
working on
credibility.
Panquake.
They
You
run
all
with
have been
Cornell West
paying
and
close.
stuff like that. They run with Cornell West, so they use this credibility and just say, you know, I want to just reference you, but they use this to push their own brand up and to.
Are we good?
I think we are. Kate, was everyone hearing him fine, or was it just me? The sound is fine. Okay. So it was just my happy. Sorry, Sean.
Yeah. But you gotta need to hear me too. But anyway.
It is important. I can't just nod and go, that sounds interesting. You know, I do need to know what you're saying.
So it's a bit like resurrecting the old good internet that we know, bringing it into the 21st century, learning lessons from all of these, problematic networks, not just the big tech ones, but some of the other alternative networks that have sort of come before, learning all those lessons and really updating the good part of this worldwide collaborative platform that we used to have and bringing it into the 21st century.
Yeah, I mean, it's really important because, right now you can just say a tweet, whatever, it disappeared, or why didn't it get more likes or follows, and we have no. It's just behind Twitter's closed doors, and that's that. Whereas
they definitely weaponized that as well, though. They're not innocent at all. Yeah, his crew definitely weaponizes it as much as they can. They're not innocent players. It is what it is, yeah. Not that they, not to say that they're, they could use it if they want, right? Nobody can really stop them. So it's just a responsibility of other people to just understand that and to take corrective action. There's really no, either one or you make excuses, right? So that's all there is to it. So, social media platform, Twitter and stuff like that. They want to become tech overlords themselves. Right? In this day and age where countries, banks are getting hacked and stuff like that, they really think they can create a super secure system. Where's the tech experts that are standing behind them? I would be asking more hard technical questions. And then it's possible to get into a lot of technobabble stuff. But once again, right, where are the real if you're talking about encryption, right, that means you have to trust that encryption has been cracked. Are you kidding me? That's what these things were originally designed for you. Unfortunately for you, Larry got sucked into that too. We're around that stuff, yeah. We support stuff. Now he's dead. Oh well.
Okay, so I want to show everybody the new video you put out, show in real time the functionality of Panquake.
Real and it's working. We're using it to talk to you right now.
Panquake is a game changer. Your lifeboat away from big tech censorship, suppression, and manipulation. A lifeboat where you can bring your friends, family, and everyone you care about with you.
Panquake helps you build a following that won't be taken away from you. Your donations to Panquake cement your own future ability to speak and be heard. Your donation
Through our first 2 funding rounds got us to this point. Now is the
freedom of expression and freedom of speech.
We didn't build a demo. We built the actual application.
Throttled and censored. So you really
Okay, I mean, it's something. Well, that's Panquake. So, look, you guys could actually, really, Panquake is selling trust, right? You trust these people. You trust to give them your information, and I would hold off. I would actually create your own networks. Yeah, work with people that's been with you, not the ones that they give you, right? Susie Dogs. Hey, if you know her personally and you trust her, then go ahead, rock with her. But in the meantime, right? Don't shut out other people and don't give her more credit than other people, which people will do, right? Because they perceive her as being, valued and more. You're going to start your own social media network site, and you're pushed by all these people, and you still have the same number of subscribers that I do. Not really looking like you really, you even have celeb supporters and stuff, right? So weird. Maybe because you haven't launched yet, right? Maybe the hard analysis, right, would be a little, because from what I saw right there, I have one of those too, really. You could join my activist network. You join my activist voice. Rockfin as well. Maybe I'll make a Rockfin too. I don't need to have a crypto behind it. Just have a media sharing site. I can do that. Anyways, all right, so you'll see what comes of this, yeah. Let me see if there's anything in the chat. Let's see. Yeah. Next time down. Hey, if you'd like and subscribe, maybe it'll help. Appreciate it.